Game Changer is S. Shankar's first Telugu language film, and the director's signature maximalist storytelling instincts seem to have gone into overdrive.
तो मिनिस्टर रहेगा सिर्फ 5 साल के लिए। मैं मरते दम तक रहूंगा IAS।
Every beat is heightened, every expression is exaggerated, every emotion is drilled into our brains. For 2 hours and 45 minutes, this film veers between ridiculous and even more ridiculous. There are some things that are a given in a Shankar film. First, there will be a social message, usually against corruption. Shankar's heroes are often murderous vigilantes doling out death sentences to greedy politicians, officials, and businessmen. Second, there will be ostentatious musical set pieces. This is the director who earlier took us to Machu Picchu, the Great Wall of China, and the Leaning Tower of Pisa via songs. And third, there will be spectacle. Shankar has never met a scenario that he cannot make bigger and more colorful. In Game Changer, his hero Ram Nandan, played by Charan, says, "I'm unpredictable." But Shankar, who's been making movies for 32 years, he, along with Mani Ratnam, is one of the OG pan-India directors, is not. This delirious, over-the-top vibe is part of the pleasure of a Shankar film. But it only works as long as it's tethered to a coherent narrative. Game Changer, which is based on a story by Karthik Subbaraj, has some semblance of this. But the storytelling only kicks in around 15 minutes before the interval and then quickly swerves into outlandish territory and stays there. Case in point, this film has not one but two characters who can only look sideways. One, because he was born that way. His name is Said Satyam, and this is supposed to be fodder for comedy. The other has her neck turned in one direction because she witnessed such a horrific tragedy that she lost her mental balance and the ability to move her face to the front. This is supposed to be fodder for high emotion, but honestly, it comes off as unintentionally comical. Kiara Advani plays the love interest Deepika. Her and Ram meet as students in college. Her character falls into the even more ridiculous category. When Ram gets suspended, Deepika consoles him by saying that now he has time to plan their marriage. In another scene, when Ram suggests they get naughty, she asks with a straight face, "हम लोग अपनी culture की सीमा तो पार नहीं कर रहे ना?" But my favorite is when she gives Ram this memorable advice. अपने गुस्से को channelize करो, तुम IAS बनो. In college, Ram is Kabir Singh's brother from another mother. In that film, Kiara wasn't able to tame the beast, but here, her suggestion is taken seriously. Ram becomes an IPS and then an IAS officer who eventually becomes the chief election officer overseeing an election rampant with corruption, violence, vote tampering. It's sad to see a fine actor like Kiara reduced to a pretty prop, but she does get to wear a sparkly pink outfit that would make Barbie envious and a few very pretty salwar suits. The burden of the film falls on the shoulders of Charan, who plays father and son. Both are the epitome of righteousness and masculinity. There's even a song that says, "Tu hai devta." Ram spends a lot of his time getting in and out of helicopters. I will say that this is perhaps the best use of helicopters since Shah Rukh Khan stepped out of one in K3G. We see Ram as a village leader, a college rowdy who fights against injustice, an upright cop, and an even more upstanding IAS officer. We also see him dance vigorously in several songs which are rumored to have cost some 75 crores to create. These songs are bright, colorful, but the visualization, once a Shankar USP, is largely forgettable. Charan commits to the many versions of these two characters, but his performance is lost in the sound and fury. The one actor who seems to be having fun is SJ Surya, who is the big bad politician named Mopi Devi. This is a strong actor who perhaps decided, why hold back? So he goes full tilt unhinged and finds the delicious vein of comedy in all the seriousness and social messaging. Shankar aids his histrionics by refusing to keep his camera still, even for a nanosecond. In the more dramatic sequences, the camera moves in circles with such ferocity that it will make you dizzy. And DOP S. Thirunavukarasu even gives us a few Ram Gopal Varma angles. One shot is from inside a dustbin. The soundtrack by Thaman S. could have been a saving grace, but it's been plastered on with such enthusiasm that it becomes exhausting. Game changer is many things, but it's not quite a game changer. If you like this review, do subscribe to the Hollywood Reporter India.